In this tutorial, we're going to explain how Photo VCarve projects can be imported and added to both Aspire and VCarve Pro designs. We're going to show how a simple plaque, such as the one that we have here designed in the two-dimensional view, can be used as a template, and then we import different Photo VCarve projects, and finally calculate and preview the different toolpath options inside VCarve Pro or Aspire. We're going to start the project with a VCarve Pro or an Aspire project that's already got some vectors laid out. If we look at the toolpath tab in the three-dimensional view, we've also calculated some toolpaths to engrave the text, to add a decorative border, and to actually finally cut the piece out. So if we just preview all of those toolpaths for the moment, so preview, this shows us the decoration that we're going to engrave and the text that we're going to engrave onto this plaque, and finally cut it out. So if we say delete the waste material, that leaves us with the finished plaque. If we go back to the two-dimensional view, so toggle back to the two-dimensional view, we could use the option to tile the views horizontally. So here we've got the two-dimensional vectors and the three-dimensional plaque underneath. If we start Photo VCarve now, so Photo VCarve, here we've got a photograph of a little boy that we've got opened. We've actually modified this image using Photoshop or a CorelDRAW or a paint package. We've painted the background away with this solid yellow color. I'm going to say make the background transparent, click on the yellow, and that's gone. What this does is it means that the Photo VCarve engraving toolpath will now be limited inside the silhouette of the child's face. If we now go to set the material size is quite important. Here we're setting it to be 6 inches, and it's automatically going to scale the height to be the same. So 6 by about 5 3/4 inches. This is the size that we wish to engrave the photograph of the child inside VCarve Pro or Aspire. We'll set the material thickness to be 1/8 of an inch with Z0 on the material surface and apply. Next, set the cutting parameters. Here we're going to select the tool to engrave this. We recommend using a 60-degree engraving bit with a very fine point on it. We're going to engrave the depth for the photograph to say 40 thousandths deep, and we'll have a 120% step over. Calculate the toolpath. So Photo VCarve has automatically created a toolpath for us there, and we're now going to take this data and import it back into our existing VCarve Pro project. So if we say File, Save As, so File, Save As, give this file a name. So here we'll say Baby Boy 6x6. We'll say yes. Let's go and open the photograph for the baby girl. So here we've got the baby girl project. If we look at the photograph, switch off the background color for a moment, we've done the same thing. We've painted around the baby's silhouette with this solid color blue. If we then say make the blue transparent, like so, we go through the same process. Let's make this 6 by 6 inches. Same, it doesn't really matter about the material thickness, but we will make it the same. So 1/8 of an inch and apply. So calculate the cutting parameters. Let's make this 40 thousandths deep as well. Calculate. And that calculates the engraved photograph for us. So we're going to save this project. So File, Save As. We'll make this baby girl 6x6. Overwrite that file. Now, if we just had Photo VCarve, we could now go on to say preview and save the toolpaths. So we could select the post processor. So let's say we got a G-code based control system. We could save the toolpaths and run them on the machine. But that's not what we're going to do here. Just going to close Photo VCarve for a moment, go back into VCarve Pro. Remember, this could also be Aspire. We're going to go to the import file option, so File, Import. Here we've got the option to import the usual vector data, but we can also just import Photo VCarve files. So here we've got the image or the Photo VCarve file for the baby boy. Import this. You'll see in the two-dimensional view the photograph or the grayscale representation appears as it was machined inside Photo VCarve. If we click twice on the photograph, we can now click and drag and move the silhouette or the preview image to where we want it in the two-dimensional view. You'll notice as we move this, so if we move it to the right hand side here, the toolpath is also moving in the three-dimensional view. Let's import the other Photo VCarve project, so the baby girl. Again, this comes in the bottom left hand corner. Click twice, click and drag with the left mouse button, position where we want this photograph to go, and we'd like it to go there just on the left. Now I think it would be nice if the little boy was facing the little girl, so I'm going to just click, move it slightly to the right, click, and we can use the mirror options. So mirror, I'm just going to say mirror, flip horizontally, and you'll see that as I did that, the grayscale image flipped to the left, but the toolpath also flipped. If we flip it back again, notice the way the toolpath flips with the preview. Okay, so we've imported the Photo VCarve files. This is actually imported just the toolpath data. If we now swap from the drawing tab on the left to the toolpath tab on the right, if we maximize by double clicking on this view, you'll see we've got the toolpaths there. We can preview these toolpaths. So preview toolpath for the baby boy, so preview, select the baby girl and preview that toolpath. So very quick and easy to take the results or the files from a Photo VCarve project, import them into VCarve Pro or into Aspire, move the data around so that it sits on a plaque or it's in the right position relative to other toolpaths. And once you've done that, you can then save. So save each of the toolpaths, select the post processor, select them all in turn, and all of the toolpath data will be relative to the original origin, the original XY origin on your original project. I hope that's interesting and you found the project useful. Thank you.